Okay, so let's start. Okay, so what did we do last time? Last time we added the controller, right? Controller, email controller. Okay, so so this is your email controller. We added one class. This is for initialize. So this is to store. I don't know whether you guys followed the same thing. Srikant, did you follow the same thing? Post constructor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Construct.
Okay.
Did, sir.
Okay, and Chetan.
Yes, sir. I followed the same thing. Post construct annotation.
Okay. Okay. So now,
Sir,
huh?
sir, pre-destroy what, sir? Pre-destroy.
Huh?
Pre-destroy.
Pre-destroy, yeah. That
Yes,
is
sir.
so that is another annotation which will be called before the object gets destroyed. The controller object or any object gets destroyed. That's what you are asking, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, see, let's quickly move to the new request. So where we will be sending parameters. Okay. So post mapping. Okay. Okay. So this one we will call it insert. Okay. So click. So we will return list of email. Okay. And insert email using param. Okay. And move to this IntelliJ. It makes a lot of problem. Okay, so here I will say insert param. Okay, so now you need to check for request body, right? So you guys have worked the request body, right? Huh? Did you work? No. మాట్లాడరా బాబు you guys don't talk at all.
So I don't know that
Uh,
much, but use.
You don't know what it is, but you have used before.
So.
One second, hold on. I'm just looking at the help, not request body. So request body is to send the data within the HTTP body. Okay. So basically what we are going to do is you have to use a request body annotation. Okay. So add request body. Okay. So you need to add this annotation. And then I've declared it a complete command parameter. There's something wrong in this project. Okay. Of email is equal to I will return this. Return. So just for dummy purpose. Okay. So request body. This is one of the big problem, man. Okay, so let's call it as what it is, email. Okay, so the type is basically your email. Okay, so that's the email object. Now it is coming. Okay. Okay, so this request body, right? So what what initially will do, you know, I will not put it as an email. Okay, I will just put it as a string. Okay, so I will show you both. What happens, you need to understand. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is, okay, let me do one thing. I will return the same thing. Okay, so this is for your demonstration purpose. అంటే ఏమవుతుంది అని చూడాలి మీరు. So what we will do is I will just return email. So whatever that is passed on, right, I will just return it. Okay, so now let's go and run this. Yeah. Right click, run as boot app. Okay, so let's go to localhost, localhost emails. Hello కావాలి first email. Okay, email hello from email controller. Now let's go and check what is that insert param. Okay, so insert param low. Okay, I cannot test it from browser. I will have to call from here. Okay, so okay, so let's use this. So I'm creating a new request. Okay, which is post. What was this? Insert param. Okay, insert param. Okay, now we need to pass the parameter. So for that, you choose the body. Okay, so now you select it as raw. Okay, now I'm just passing this hello. Okay, so let's see what happens. So hello is returned. Okay, hello, Shrikant. Okay, hello Shrikant. Okay, now let's do one thing. Now let's call the list. Okay, list call this one. So list call is easy. So what I will do is I will just copy this JSON string. Okay, you guys know JSON, right?
Yes, sir.
So JSON means, so this is a JSON string. Okay, so what I'm doing, I am actually passing this JSON string. So the same thing should be returned. Same thing should be returned. So same thing as returned, right? So what I will do is now, so what is happening when I am calling, when I'm hitting this URL insert param, this fellow is getting called, and whatever the request body, the string, right? So I'm declared as a string. So whatever that comes in the HTTP body, right? So the request body, it will be converted into string, and the same is returned here. Now, what will happen if I place? Okay, let me stop this now. Okay, so if I convert this to email, okay, and I will say return email itself. Okay, so this is done. So let's run it again. Okay, now so what I'm doing, I am saying it as a text. Okay, now in this case, I will have to make it, see, if I'm using this object here, I will have to make it as JSON. Okay, why I will tell you. Now you see this color has changed. Okay, so let's say send. See, the same thing has come back. Okay, now instead of string, what am I doing? I'm returning the email object and passing the email object. Now let's do the other thing. I will say text. Okay, and send. Pretty much in the error, unsupported media type. Why? Because see, whenever a request comes, okay, the request body by default Spring Boot expects it as a JSON string. Okay, that too when you have mentioned it as a object. Okay, so what will happen? That whatever the text you are sending here, right, will be converted into the email object if you have mentioned it as a JSON here. Okay, so what it will do, the Spring Boot. So there is something called as a Jackson another serializer. Okay, so which will convert the text here, okay, into the basically the JSON. Okay, so whatever the request body, the HTTP request body, right, that will be converted into this email. Okay, and okay, passed on to this particular function. Okay, so the same thing I'm passing here. So the email, the whatever that is there, I'm passing it, returning it back. Okay, so the response is also a JSON. Okay, now let's again test it. It should work. Now I will do one more thing. I will do some correction here. Okay, login. Now let's see what we have. So, okay, it is taking, right? Now let me put it as a name. Let's see what will happen. What is happening? Login email is null. Identifier, last name, first name. Are you guys saying this? Huh? So what did I do?
Yes, sir.
What did I do?
Yes,
See,
sir.
this is a login email, right? Login email. See, you should observe this POJO object. Okay, the POJO object, right? This is the POJO object. Okay, so the names of the identifier, they should be same. Okay, same in the sense, I mean, it should contain the same letters and with underscore. They are not case sensitive. Okay, so your last name, it should be last name. Now let's I will remove this login. Okay, so email I have removed. Now see what has happened. Login is null because there is no field with login here. Okay, there is login email. So now if I replace it back to with the login email, okay. So you guys should be careful. So send. See, it has come now. Okay, now let's do this. Capital L. Okay, capital. Yeah. Capital L. Capital E. Now let's see. See. Okay, it is actually case sensitive. You should so whatever that is there, right? You should always mention it in the small letters. Okay, the equal the whatever that is present here, right? You should mention it in the small letters. Now let's convert this into first name into capital first, capital F and N as N. So see, I'm showing you this in detail. Okay. Okay, the first name in the null again. So whatever the names you have mentioned it, right? Your spelling should be same. Spelling whatever the names of the object, right? The spelling should be same, and it is case sensitive. Okay, I said it is not case sensitive, but it is case sensitive because you see, login email when I pass, it has written null. There is null here. So these kind of problems usually you will face when you are writing projects, small projects. Okay. So you guys should be very careful about this. Now, let me return it back. Arthaminda?
Yes, sir.
So these things are very important. Now see, I have restored it back. Okay, see, let's suppose I will delete one field. What will happen? See, these things you should play around. See, it still worked, but last name null ochindi. Arthaminda? సో ఫీల్డ్ లేకపోతే రాసి నేను
Yes, sir.
వచ్చింది. Okay, so this is how you pass the objects. Okay, so now what I will do is I will go to the controller. Okay, here what I will do is I will insert into the email list. So see, okay, dot add. So add email. Okay, and I will return the list of emails. Okay, either insert చేసిన తర్వాత I will pass on the complete list. Okay. List of emails. See, it's not necessary that you should always return list. Okay, you can send a response in the different formats also. Okay. Now, when I add, it should be added to the main email list. Okay, now let's go and okay, the name vishy@example.com, vishy, okay, TNS 1070 JSON. Okay, so now, okay, I think I didn't stop it. That's right. Okay, it is ready. So let's insert now. Insert. Okay, it is inserted. Vishy@example.com. Vishy, one second, guys. Okay, so did you see this? Okay, understood,
sir.
right?
Yes,
Understood,
sir.
right? So now
Yes, sir.
you can do validations on this. Different types of validations you can do based on your the validation rules. Okay, so that we will see. This is as simple as that. Okay, so now let's do one second, guys. Hold on. Till how much time is left in this meeting? Okay. So guys, you understood, right? How to send parameters, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubts on any doubts?
I
Put
did not
mapping.
know how to give from Postman, sir. Now I got to know.
Huh?
I did not know how to give that object type from Postman, sir. Like I was giving from key value type only. So that's why I was getting error. But now I am getting, sir.
Good. Okay. So see, I
Sir,
just
put map. Sir, put map.
huh?
Able to, sir, put mapping, sir. Update the record.
Post
Sir,
mapping.
update JSON data, sir. Put
Update
mapping, sir.
Put mapping.
Update, sir. That.
Okay, so the put mapping, right? So the put mapping, the difference between the put mapping and post mapping is that put is used for update and post is used for creating a new object. Okay, so now you can use both the post for post, insert and update, but not that's not an industry standard practice. Okay, so you should always use them properly. Okay, but it will work. You can see it is up to you how to implement it. Okay, so that slash. So what I am going to do is I am going to use path variables here. Okay, so I'm going to pass ID. Okay, so the ID is important for this one, right? Updating path variable. Okay, let's call it as just a minute. Let's call it as ID. Okay, then comma. Okay, it should be. So, what is your parameter type? Email identifier? I think so. It is not. Oh, no. Okay. Let's add point controller, email controller, email. So what is your okay? Sorry, it is integer. So keep it integer only. So let's keep it as an integer. Okay, and okay. So see for better readability, I am going to return the string as an argument. Okay, so I mean the return type. I will tell you why. Okay. So you can use. So we will see how to use response entity and all, but not now. Okay. Message is equal to some message we are going to send. So when the result when the what do you say when your request comes, okay, so the ID comes here. So ID is what I need to check if the ID is present in that particular list. So what I'm going to do, see, simple, I'm going to use for loop. Okay, for each, sorry, for email e object and all. So I'll keep it as e object. So in the email list, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to search. Okay. Okay. So I don't know whether you guys are aware of strings. You can use strings also here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is if e object dot get identifier equals ID, that means I found the object. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to update that particular this one, the object, right? So e dot object e object dot set. So I need to change. I need to set all of them. Okay, so email dot get first name. So what I'm doing, so whatever the parameter that has been sent, the email, that those values I'm getting and storing it into the view object. Okay. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, so set dot set last name. Okay, here what I'm going to do is email dot get last name. Okay, so then dot set email dot get login. Okay, so now I have updated. After updating, I can say break because there won't be more than one object. That's assumption. Okay, unique ID will be unique. So I am breaking. I am cutting out. So what I am doing, I am going to use this ID to find the object that is present. Okay, so now here what I'm going to do is I'm set the message is equal to email object updated successfully. Else, so if it comes right, if the break comes, so we don't know whether the condition, whether the for loop ended with successful finding or just like that. So say for example, if the ID is not found in the list, in that case also the for loop will exit, right? So in that case the message will be null, right? So I can check if message ఇది అర్థమవుతుందా message equals null. That means, see, in case of a success, what will happen? In case of a successful update, this message will contain this, right? So that means it has successfully updated. Let's suppose if it is not found, okay, that means the message will contain null only, empty only. So what I will do is message is equal to message email object with given ID not found. So I will return the message. That's it. So this is update. Okay. So this is not the right way of doing. Let's suppose your email has 1 lakh records. You cannot search for all of them like this in sequentially. So this is also called as a linear search. Okay, linear search అంటారు దీన్ని. ఇలా చేయకూడదు. See, it's not the good practice. See, you should use a streams. We will see that. How to do it. Okay, so this is a simple way of searching because you have only 4 or 5 items in the list. Okay, so now let's run this program. Voice is not audible now. Yes, is my voice audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Shrikant, your voice is not
audible, sir. Audible, sir. That is old message.
Sorry. Okay. Let's restart. Sorry. Okay. I have restarted. Let's go to the postman. Okay, let's copy this request, Control C. Go to this, then now we say update okay, slash. Okay, we will give the ID later. Okay. Okay, let's take one object. We will take this object, Control C. Go to the body. Okay, so your body should be raw and JSON. So make sure you select it as a JSON, otherwise it will not work. Okay. Not easy. Oh, okay. See, I missed a parenthesis. So parenthesis, if there is any error, right, in the JSON, that means your JSON is incorrect format. Okay. So you should be very careful. So parenthesis miss JSON update. Okay, so now everything seems to be right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you don't need to take this identifier. It's not required because your ID you are passing in there. So 20, so 2070. So that's the ID, right? That's the ID of this particular Lara example.com. Okay, so now let's send it. Okay, let's send the request. Email object with a given ID not found. Why? Okay, now is good idea to debug. Okay. Let's go here. Swap it here. Put a breakpoint. Now you guys know how to do it. Put a double click on this for loop here. Okay, then go right click. No, you can select from here. ikkada arrow button ఉంది కదా, so arrow button కిందన ఇక్కడ you can select okay, this is debug, sorry, not arrow button, we have this debug here. Debug in the debug as not coming bro. Okay, maybe I'll have to go to application. Okay, so right click, debug as, remote app. Okay, now let's go to Postman and send this. Okay, so now it would have come here. See, it is automatically come here. Check what is there in the ID 2070. Okay, so who is converting? You are sending a string there, but it is getting converted. Yeah. Now, email object not found on top. See why? See, you need to, you can check here. Email list lo ఏమున్నాయి అని check చేయండి ఒకసారి. Email list, where is email list? ఇక్కడ ఉంది. Email list లో what is identifier 2070 ఉంది ఇక్కడ. So first object ఏ search కావాలి. Okay, let's do step over. Okay, why it has returned? Here it is not getting compared. Okay. Oh, okay. Not get identifier. Correct then only, it is fine. This is fine. Okay, so one more trick for debugging. Okay, so okay, there is no trick. You can use this trick actually. So ANJS says now you can always do a system out, println. Okay, and you can print. Okay, so identifier matram print chesi చూడొచ్చు, because that is what is we are interested in. Okay, identifier. Okay, or you can also check in the watch variables. Okay, now let's go and debug again. Okay, so go to the application class, right click, debug as. Okay, so let me send this. Okay, now it would have come there. Okay, it is already come. Okay, ikkada let's do step over. Variables ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి. So ikkada e object watch చేయండి. You can watch the e object here. Okay, identifier 2070 ఉంది value. ఇక్కడ ID కూడా 2070 ఉంది. In this case, why it is not getting compared? So ikkada, okay, let's run the what do you say, step over. So ikkada చూడండి 2070 ప్రింట్ అవుతాను. రైట్ సైడ్ లో చూడండి, కనపడుతుందా మీకు debug window?
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me why it is not getting compared. See, the value is also 2070, but identifier కూడాను e.identifier కూడాను 2070 నే రిటర్న్ చేస్తాం. Why they are not getting compared? So it is actually coming out of this loop. అంటే if condition లోకి వెళ్తా ఉండలేదు.
Sir, since it's both are object type, maybe that's why they are not comparing.
ఏం చేయాలి?
Percent, sir, integer dot percent, if you convert like that, we will get
parcent అవసరం లేదు.
primitive type to convert on the
Oh. We can do one more thing. See, there is one reason for that. I will tell you later. Basic classes చేసేటప్పుడు చెప్తానులేండి. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఇంటీజర్ ఏం చేస్తామంటే
equals method is
ఈక్వల్స్ మెథడ్ యూజ్
equals
చేసుకో. ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఒక నిమిషం నేను చెప్తాను. ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి. సో దీన్ని ఏం చేస్తాను నేను ఇక్కడ జస్ట్ కాల్ ఇట్ హియర్. ఇది కూడా వర్క్ అవుతుందో లేదో చూస్తాం. Okay. So now let's debug again. What is that? What else? Okay, let's do this and send which is new. Which is new. Okay, now let's do this. Email ID చూడండి 2070. ఇప్పుడు చెక్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు కూడా కాలేదు. ఎందుకు ఎందుకు మా కమాన్ గైస్. ఎందుకు కాలేదు? ఇలా చేయడానికి కాదు. Dot equals share. Okay, because they compare the objects.
value compare its values or equals method.
Object compare అవుతుంది. So we can actually replace ఇది అవసరం లేదు email ID, but still okay, we will keep it. Now let's go and ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని అడుగుతారు. సో ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ టు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇంటిజర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ని కంపేర్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? ఈక్వల్స్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేయాలి? ఓకే, is it running? No, I think so. Okay, it should work. I don't know if it's running. Let's end this. Is it running? No, not running. Okay. Email object updated successfully. అర్థమైందా? సో ఇప్పుడు now one more test. Okay, now let's get the list. సో నేను ఏది అప్డేట్ చేశాను? What did I update? నేను అప్డేట్ చేశాను. నేను అప్డేట్ చేయలేదు అనుకుంటా. ఏం పేరే పెట్టి ఏం అప్డేట్ చేయలేదు. ఎలా అవుతుంది? ఓకే, టిమ్ లారా అంటారు. లాస్ట్ నేమ్ అంటే నేను చేస్తాను. Okay, so object updated successfully. Now let's go and get the list. Ainda Tim.
Yes sir.
Okay, so now let's go and change one more thing. Lara hyphen Tim at example.com అంటాను. Updated successfully. Okay, then go and get the list. Lara Tim example.com. అయిపోయిందా? అంతే. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ వాట్ వీ నీడ్. అండ్ దీన్ని ఓపెన్ చేస్తారా మీరు? యాక్చువల్లీ నేను ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు డూ ఫ్యూ థింగ్స్. ఒకటి నోట్ప్యాడ్లో చూపిస్తాను, నేను ఇది నోట్ చేసుకోండి మీరు. దిస్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ కంపల్సరీ. ఓకే, సో ఐ నీడ్ టు optimize the application. Optimize the application using interfaces. ఎందుకు కావాలి చెప్తాను నేను. ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్. ఓకే, We will do it later. Then optimize using streams wherever possible. అంటే ఎక్కడెక్కడ స్ట్రీమ్స్ యూజ్ చేసే పక్కన అక్కడంతా స్ట్రీమ్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. Then use response entity to send proper responses. Then fourth one, use bean validations. Okay, then use exception handling. Oh, see, these are the very basic things which you should always do in any Spring Boot application. Okay, so then very important thing, use dependency injection. So if project chinna project ఏం చేస్తాం మనం, we are going to do all these things. Okay, use dependency injection. So I will do it in later stages. I want to show you guys what will be the problem if we don't use these things. Okay, so ఇదంతా నేను మొత్తం ఒక 1 or 2 classes లో sessions లో I will cover. Okay, so this is what is I am going to cover in the later sections. Okay, it is also called global exception handling. Use global exception handling. ఇవన్నీ ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్, ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ వస్తాయి. So this is basically your interface segregation. So which is a solid principle. Solid principle. Okay, so this Java streams. So we will leave mostly Java streams, but this is very important for returning the proper responses. Okay, object not found. So it's basically the HTTP responses. So use the proper HTTP responses. అంటే 400, 404 అవన్నీ చూపించాలంటే ఇది యూజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ యువర్ REST APIs. Okay, so we will do them in the later stages. We need to see what are the problems. Now you guys know how to do a put and post. So I want you guys to do the delete. Yes sir, the delete is very simple one. Or you want me to do it? చేస్తారా మీరే?
Yes sir.
ఎస్ సార్ అంటే చేస్తాను సార్ అన్నాడు. మీరు దాన్ని మీరు ఎందుకు వేస్తున్నారో తెలియదు నాకు.
Already I did that delete sir, but using response body I have to do. But sir,
don't use response body. You pass.
Since only we need only any one value now for delete. So
ID path variable. Use path variable.
Yes, sir.
So this is the path variable.
Okay.
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 Okay, now let's move to most important topic. Srikanth adugutunnaru. JPA చేసేస్తామా? So let's do the JPA. So for JPA, what are the steps? Okay, so what is the time? How much time is left? మీకు స్క్రీన్ కనపడుతుందా? Can you guys see the screen?
Yes sir.
Yes, okay. ఒక నిమిషం ఉండండి.
Yes sir.
Okay. How much time is left? Time ఉంది అనుకుంటాను, బట్ అది ఒక ఇంత టైంలో స్టార్ట్ చేసి. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ గివ్ ద ఇంట్రడక్షన్. నో, ఇట్ ఈస్ బెటర్ వి డూ ఇట్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్. ఇప్పుడంతా టైం 16:46. ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ సో ఐ విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు డూ ఇట్ ఇన్ హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్. అట్లీస్ట్ 1 hour అన్నా కావాలి. సో లెట్స్ డూ ఇట్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్ మోస్ట్లీ నేను 7 o'clock పెట్టుకుంటే అవుతుందా? ఈ 7 o'clock ఓకే ఫర్ యూ గైస్?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Sir, in night sir.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock today only. Today only.
యా 9 సార్ 9 అయితే ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది కదా, 9 to 11 or 12 ఇలా ఖాళీ కదా.
9 నాకు కొంచెం కష్టం అవుతుందప్పా. See, that's the time I spend time with my family.
7 is okay, sir. 7 and
7 is okay సార్, బట్
7 కి వచ్చేయండి. 7 to 8:30 కంప్లీట్ చేసేస్తాను.
సరే
Then you can work. See, ఆ టైంలో నేను 9 to 11 చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే యూ కెనాట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇమీడియట్లీ. సో 7 to 8 to 8:30 చేసేస్తే you can practice after your dinner. Okay, so it is better always you practice on the same day because it will be there in your mind. Okay, ఇప్పుడు నాకు మీటింగ్స్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది 5 o'clock. I need to grab a coffee. Okay, 5 o'clock to 5:30 మీటింగ్స్ ఉన్నాయి నాకు. ఓకేనా?
Yes, sir.
సో ఇప్పుడు చేసింది అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir. అర్థమైంది.
yes, sir.
ఓకే, నేను వీడియోస్ పంపిస్తాను, ఇప్పుడే చూడండి. కాల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడే పంపిస్తున్నా, రాత్రి పంపిస్తున్నా అంటే
Sir, now only. Now.
now only. Okay, I will send it now only. So you can practice now itself. So you practice this get mapping, sorry, push post mapping and put mapping. సో మీరు ఇంకా ఏం చేయొచ్చు అంటే, నేను మీకు I will give you a small assignment. Okay, I will discuss the assignment later in the okay, maybe I can discuss this now. ఒక 5 minutes టైం ఉంది. సో ఏమి ఇస్తానంటే ఒక చిన్న స్టాక్ మార్కెట్ తెలుసా మీకు? స్టాక్ మార్కెట్ తెలుసా? తెలీదు. హలో,
sir.
సో నేనేం చేస్తానంటే దాంట్లో ఒక ఫైల్ వస్తుంది, బావ్ కాపీ అని. సో బావ్ కాపీ ఈజ్ ఏ CSV ఫైల్. సో దాన్ని తీసుకొని ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ షుడ్ డూ ఇట్. సో నాకు చూపించాలి మీరు అది. ఇప్పుడైతే మీరు ఏది చూపిస్తాం లేదు నాకు. ఐ డోంట్ నో వెదర్ యూ గైస్ ఆర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ ఇట్ ఆర్ నాట్. సో అది నేను చేస్తే, మీరు చేస్తే చేసి చూపించాలి మీరు. సేమ్ CSV ఫైలే ఇలాగే చేయాలి. సో విత్ డేటాబేస్ సేవింగ్. సో విత్ డేటాబేస్ సేవింగ్ ప్లస్ ఇంకొకటి చెప్తాను నేను. I actually forgot to tell you about what is that? Okay, I will tell you that also. 7th item, upload a file using REST API. అంటే డైరెక్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో పెట్టుకొని దాని నుంచి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసే యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ అప్లోడ్ త్రూ REST API. అంటే యూజింగ్ మల్టీ పార్ట్ ఫైల్ అని వస్తుంది, మల్టీ పార్ట్ ఫైల్. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఐ విల్ షో యూ. ఒక CSV ఫైల్ ని ఎలా అలాగే రీడ్ చేసి అలాగే డేటాబేస్ చేయడం. సో దట్ ఆల్సో ఐ విల్ షో యూ. సో దట్ అసైన్మెంట్ you need to work on it. So maybe after today's session, after the JPA session, right, you will be able to do that. So simple, JPA is chana simple. Only when you start writing queries you will have problem. Okay, so problem ani kaadu koncham
Sir, using JPA we can easily do sir, these operations are in that operator.
Yes, you can. We will do it, man, don't worry.
Code can be, we will simplify now, sir, this much of code.
See, this much of code is not required. This much of code is easily possible. See, but still you need to do this checking and all.
Yes, sir.
See, additional, instead of storing it into the list, you are going to directly save it into database. That's all. Simple. You do not have this list. Okay. So list is only for your purpose. అంటే ఒక REST API అప్లికేషన్ లో వితౌట్ డేటాబేస్ లిస్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని తీసుకొని, అంటే నేనేం చేస్తున్నాను, వీఆర్ గివింగ్ REST API టు అప్డేట్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, లిస్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఎలా చేసేది, లిస్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఎలా అప్డేట్ చేసేది. So that I am teaching. So you will not find it anywhere in your YouTube videos, this kind of thing. Okay, వాళ్ళు డైరెక్ట్ JPA చెప్పేస్తారు. ఇది చూడండి, నేను ఎంత సింపుల్ గా, you don't have any kind of database dependencies. We are doing a CRUD operations on simple list object. only thing, because you are not storing it into database, as soon as you close the application, that data is lost. I can also do one more thing. What I can do, I can save it into a file. Whatever the changes you make, right, I can from the list I can save it into the file. అక్కడే ఫైల్లో సేవ్ చేసి పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. అది కూడా చేయొచ్చు నేను. అర్థమైందా? ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ సేవింగ్ ఇన్ టు డేటాబేస్ ఐ కెన్ సేవ్.
Yes, sir.
అంటే మీరు ఏదైనా అప్డేట్స్, మోడిఫికేషన్స్, ఇన్సర్ట్స్ చేసేది ఫస్ట్ యూ విల్ సేవ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ టు ద లిస్ట్. సో దాని తర్వాత సేవ్ అని ఒక యుఆర్ఎల్ ప్రెస్ చేస్తే అది ఆటోమేటిక్లీ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి సేవ్ ఇన్ టు ఎ ఫైల్. సో దట్ ఆల్సో యూ కెన్ డూ. అంటే డేటాబేస్ డిపెండెన్సీ లేక. సో క్రడ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఆన్ సింపుల్ లిస్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మీరు పుడకండి ఎక్కడైనా దొరుకుతుంది. ఇట్స్ క్రడ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఆన్ లిస్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. సో ఫైండ్ అవన్నీ ఇవ్వచ్చు. సెర్చ్, ఒక ఈమెయిల్లో సెర్చ్ చేయాలి నేను. సో యూ డూ దట్ ఆపరేషన్, సెర్చ్ చేయడం. ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ చేసేసాం సెర్చ్. ఉందో లేదో అని తెలుస్తుంది మీకు ఇక్కడే. దీన్నే అప్డేట్ చేసేస్తే అయిపోయింది. మాడిఫై చేసేసి టు చెక్ ఇఫ్ ద పర్టికులర్, సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇస్తాను నేను. రిక్వెస్ట్ దీంట్లో రిక్వెస్ట్ బాడీలో ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి పంపిస్తాను, లేదా రిక్వెస్ట్ ఫారం యూస్ చేసుకోండి. I will pass the email address. So you should give the details of that particular చేస్తారా ఇది? చేయండి. యూ కెన్ యూజ్ ద స్ట్రీమ్స్ ఆల్సో. అర్థమైందా నేను చెప్పింది?
Yes, sir.
సో ఒక రిక్వెస్ట్ ఫారంలో నేను ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇస్తే ఆ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడితో ఉండే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ లో సెర్చ్ చేసేసి ఆ ఒక ఈమెయిల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని రిటర్న్ చేయాలి. వెరీ సింపుల్. 2 minutes లో చేసేయచ్చు. ఇప్పుడే చేసేయచ్చు 2 minutes లో. ఇక్కడే ఉంది కోడ్, ఆల్రెడీ దీంట్లో ఉంది కోడ్. పుట్ మ్యాపింగ్ అనే బదులు గెట్ మ్యాపింగ్ అనాలి అంతే. గెట్ మ్యాపింగ్ అనండి, సెర్చ్ అనండి, ఒక రిక్వెస్ట్ ఫారం డిక్లేర్ చేసుకోండి, సేమ్ ఫార్ లుక్ యూజ్ చేయండి. ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ ఐడి చెక్ ఫర్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి. ఇఫ్ యూ గాట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ యూ సే యూ రిటర్న్ ది ఆబ్జెక్ట్, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ యూ సే ఈమెయిల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నాట్ ఫౌండ్. అంతే. ఎంత సింపుల్ రా బాబు, అయిపోయింది. ఓకే, అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
చేంజ్ చేయండి. ఓకే, సో విల్ మీట్ at 7 o'clock. ఓకే, చలో గైస్, బాయ్.
ఓకే సార్.
Bye.